Hi there. Welcome to another issue of It's Like This, the read aloud version. It's June 2nd, 2026, but we can still pretend that it's the end of May, yeah? This one's called Always. My son swiftly steps up into the chair at LabCorp and pulls the padded armrest down in front of him. Our favorite phlebotomist compliments him as he stretches out his arm toward her, palm up. "He always does so well," she says. I agree with her praise, even though I see a younger him in this very same room, crouching in the corner as far away from this chair as he could get, scared and unconvinced by my increasingly insistent coaxing. We went through years of needing extra muscle and creative strategies to arrive at this seemingly easy always. He always does fine at the hair salon on a quiet afternoon with a hairdresser who used to work at his autism school and a promise of a treat afterwards. This always developed after years of home haircuts by an unskilled mother, often needing several abbreviated sessions for one cut, interrupted by head jerking and apologies and protests against the scissors, the electric clippers, the water, and the stray, itchy hairs. I always pack his lunch, using the excuse to make noise in the kitchen to encourage him to get out of bed in the mornings. But several times this last month, he was up earlier than usual, so we packed his lunch together. He's taken a risk, showing me the tasks he might be able to handle more on his own, because what was once my always might become his. There was a time when he always chose pizza over anything else. Now, he surprises us by refusing pizza sometimes, if there's a burger or grilled fish on offer. Cookies, though, are a permanent always. There was a long, long time when he always watched the same few movies and TV episodes over and over. Their characters still make cameo appearances in our family conversations. Now, he always watches the same classic rock music videos before bed. All these songs his parents had memorized before he did. I always mix powdered supplements into my son's food and cut or crush large tablets for him. I always make sure his prescriptions aren't time-release pills that can't be crunched in his teeth, or capsules that, despite feeding therapy and multiple lessons, he's never been able to swallow. Until now. In recent months, we've noticed he wasn't biting into his daily pills anymore. The world shifted when he swallowed a horse pill-sized decongestant, and within a few weeks, I showed him how to fish 2 large capsules from his multivitamin bottle to take with water before dinner. After almost 27 years, a possible end to my always mixing days is coming into view. My son always spins beads, and I do worry about those. I can no longer find the exact ones we've bought in bulk for years, and we are almost at the bottom of our stash. We had a good run with these plastic, not metallic, sturdy beads that can withstand his spinning. But before these beads, he always spun 2 rubber lizards or snakes, and before that, he played drum beats with any empty water bottle. He may have to adapt his always again. He always moves my book, my shoes, and my phone to wherever he's decided they belong. He always straightens the ketchup bottle, the patio chairs, my necklace. He didn't always fret about these things. These habits showed up after several house moves, after adolescence brought anxiety. He developed these actions, perhaps, to gain a sense of control. So, Although we can teach him rules with photos and barriers to curb his impulses, we expect he will always find something to obsess about, some other item his parents have touched in our shared house. But I hold on to this. It cannot be forever true that he will always wear the same t-shirts as he has for the past 6 years, a specific selection that became solidified during the pandemic lockdown. At some point, these t-shirts will disintegrate. A mom can always hope. P.S. My son has always benefited from Medicaid-funded services. Always. Ever since I pushed back against our state's first denial when he was a nonverbal toddler, and through several rounds of redetermination, quarterly meetings, and mounds of paperwork. Despite cuts in services that always come when budgets are tight, and despite an always limited cache of providers, these programs, including speech therapy, ABA, physical and occupational therapy, music therapy, adult day services, transition to employment, and more, are the reason we see the progress he has made and continues to make. I'll put a link in the show notes and in the text edition of this issue for an excellent article by Amy Silverman and Athena Ankra about the potential damage coming to home and community-based services for people with disabilities in Arizona and across the country due to federal cuts to Medicaid. I hope you'll read or listen to that. Our legislators and governor are hammering out budget negotiations as we speak, and we all wait. Thanks as always for being here. This is Robin Lavoie, and life around here, it's like this.